The UN Security Council will hold an emergency meeting in New York later on Sunday after North Korea launched a rocket carrying what it says was an observation satellite. But its neighbors South Korea, China and Japan, as well as the US, say this was a test of a banned missile technology. Let's get more on this story. I'm joined now by Brian Myers, who's a North Korea analyst at Dongsae University in South Korea. Many thanks for joining us. What do you think is the message that North Korea is trying to send with the test of this rocket?
Well, I think we really need to get away from the common perception that this is all just a matter of publicity stunts or efforts to gain attention from the outside world or to send some kind of message to Washington. I think we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. Think of the billions and billions of dollars that this very poor country has so far sunk into its nuclear armament program. And we need to realize that it's aiming to make itself a very formidable nuclear power.
If that's the case, what do you make of China's response? Because so far they don't seem to have reacted very much to what's going on there. Do you think they have a handle of what's going on?
I would agree that they haven't responded very strongly. They usually make a show of some kind of disapproval immediately after the event takes place. The rest of the world waits for China to get serious with North Korea. Nothing happens, and the whole cycle starts all over again. I tend to doubt whether the Chinese really understand how serious a problem this is. And this is backfiring on China because now South Korea wants to deploy a very high-tech anti-missile system, which China perceives as a threat to itself.
There have been sanctions put on North Korea and calls to step up sanctions. Do you think that that's the solution, a new round of sanctions?
It's not going to work here. Sanctions worked in Iran because Iran was sitting on an enormous amount of oil wealth, which it really couldn't use as a result of sanctions. North Korea, on the other hand, is already trading very well with China, its main and almost exclusive trading partner. So whether the sanctions stay in place or not is not all that important to China or to North Korea because they're going to be subverted anyway.
Okay, Brian, it was really good to get your perspective on that. I'm afraid we're out of time. Brian Myers, a North Korea analyst at Dongsae University in South Korea.